Hey, furry grasshoppers, it's Bridget. Nice to see you today. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss a new video. I do a lot more videos here than I do at Above Life channel, so be sure you subscribe and become part of our community. Today I'm going to do a card deck reading. We are going to use Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. I will put a link below to many card decks that I use and the card readings I do here online. When I'm in private session with you, if I'm doing like a psychic session or a life coaching session, I don't usually use card decks, but this is a great way for you and I to make the connection and for me to help teach you how to DIY, be your own psychic, because you are intuitive. You don't need a psychic to tell you what you already know. This is just affirmation and confirmation. So today we're going to ask for some insight into the month of October 2020. Regardless of whenever you're watching this video, the information here might be exactly what you need for some personal thing you're dealing with in your life. So don't pay too much attention to the fact that I said October 2020. For those of you who are actually watching here in a timely manner, October 2020, let's find out what's going on. This card right away on the top is coming up. I'm going to use that one first. We're going to get another one. This one just plopped up. And let's do one more. This one, very good. Okay, we've got 3. All right, October 2020. This is the first card, grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. This makes a lot of sense to me. I've been seeing a lot of energy, very earth grounded, connected for October. I actually do, I have a service called Energy Forecasting that I do a month ahead for a few clients I do that for. It's an audio that I do. And it's personalized to that person. It's a service. If you're interested in that, I don't know if I have it online. You can just send me an email and I'll give you details on it. But grounding, there's been a lot about how October is very divine feminine. It's very coming back to and allowing us the time to work on ourselves before November and December and before we step into a new year. So you're kind of planning for a shift transition into the next part of the year, because the next few months it's going to get, at least in the Western Hemisphere where I'm at, so my perspective is that it's going to get darker before we reach solstice in December, like the 21st, I think it is. So the daylight's going to get smaller and smaller, so we're going to have more and more time of rest. So the energy in the darkness is for stillness, for more rest. And so October is the most dramatic impact of that, even though here in the United States, we don't do our daylight savings time, like we change our clocks. It doesn't happen, I don't think, until like November 1st or 2nd. But the world starts to change, and you can notice it in October a lot. But it really feels like October is kind of this, almost like this bonus month where it's just within. It's just for us to work on ourselves, to dig into ourselves, to be within ourselves. And that's how it feels. So it makes sense that we get this grounded energy and that there's a huge tree, and it talks about roots. Going deep in the soil to really connect with you. Not to ask other people what they think, not to focus on what the goals you had as a kid, not to focus on the things you've never done, not to make drastic changes, but just to really feel into yourself and to really amplify and support that relationship within you. That is the self-care. That's what self-care is. It's internal connection with yourself. And this grounding card is telling you this is exactly what you need at this time. The fact that this person has green on, that energy is heart chakra energy. It's honoring your heart. It's also healing energy. So not only is your root chakra held and supported, but your heart is free to heal. This is a perfect time for that. You might feel much more sensitive. You might have a lot more feelings right now. You might be clearing. You might not feel like yourself. That might be very uncomfortable for you. So what? Get used to it. Get used to discomfort in October, because this means we're growing. You are on an edge. The edge is always uncomfortable, but you're not alone. You are totally supported by the universe and the earth, Mother Earth, right here. Okay, all right, that's a good start, huh? All right, so card number 2 is narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Yellow, solar plexus, spirit chakra, fog. Dense energy clouds, so it's like air element and water element together. they seem like they're stopping you, but they're really just trying to slow you down. So you're very intentional. This month is about being very intentional about where you're focusing, what you're doing. It's a narrow path, not because you did something wrong, because you're not supposed to be distracted. Externally, outside, everything that's going on outside the circus, like politically, all that kind of stuff, all this fear mongering that's happening, these people getting super angry and stuff, that's all distraction. That's all it is. Focus within. You know it's true. It's your heart. We just talked about this. You are grounded and centered with the earth energy. Don't go crazy. You have a narrow pathway so you can have a focus. Narrowly focusing. Not because you're limited, because you're focused. This is what true focus is. This is flow. So not only do you have earth energy with our first card, but you have the water and the air element to support you. Water is flowing and healing, helps you to just move right along energetically without effort. You just go with the flow. Don't go against it. Go with it. And the air element helps with transition and change. It helps to clear the air, helps to release. It's a great time of healing, you guys. Lots of opportunity here. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but if you choose it, you will find a great deal of healing and relief eventually. Eventually, okay? All right. And number 3, here's more yellow. Desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Yellow, solar plexus, spirit chakra. Once again, trust that there's a divine plan. Trust that there's a divine plan. Do you see that little circle up there? That's your solar plexus, your spirit chakra. Trust that there's a divine plan. It's hard to trust. And look, there's a narrow pathway. Do you see it? To that desert passage right there? Narrow pathway. Keeping you focused. This is not about limitation. This is about narrowly being really focused on self, on you. It's me time. It's not me time. I'm going to do a girls' weekend. I'm going to go to a spa. It's me time every single day. Do something for yourself. Drink extra water so you're in that flow of energy. Do some breath exercises so you connect with the air element to help with ease of transition energetically. Believe that you have support greater than your physical human mind can possibly create, because you do. You do. Now is the time to build a relationship with yourself. You cannot expect to be successful, to show up and be productive, have really productive, awesome relationships externally with other people, unless you have a strong bond and really know, and believe yourself. You. October is the month that provides an opportunity for that. Do you choose to accept it? It's an individual choice. You don't have to do it. You could just continue about the way it's been going the last 5 or 6 months and continue in that for another couple months, and then you'll have another choice point, maybe opportunity, or you can do it now and you can do it here. And if you need help, ask. Find resources. There's tons of free resources on YouTube. There's a lot of great people. There's a lot of flakes too, but you can figure out the difference based upon your solar plexus, your spirit. You trust your gut, trust your instincts. Maybe hire a coach, maybe work with an energy healer, maybe talk to a psychic, but don't do any kind of drive-through thing where it's just a one and done kind of thing. Make a deeper commitment. Maybe take an online class, maybe read a book, join a book club, do something that's going to be consistent. Consistency is key. That's how you build trust in a relationship. If you're going to show up for yourself and you're going to be there for yourself for your own personal growth and development, if that's what matters to you, show up and do it then. Be there for you. But you have to do it over and over and over again. And sometimes you need help doing that. I need help doing that. I have help. I have a counselor that I work with. I've shared that before. I have a life coach that I work with. I also have a specific divine feminine shaman life coach that I work with also, that from time to time, there's usually twice a year that I really get into that. Usually it's February around my birthday, and then right now I'm entering October, so that's like my psychic birthday, so I'm going to work with her again now. So I have people that I can reach out to for assistance. I also have a wonderful clearer that I work with. If I need help, I can contact her and work with her and some of my star energy stuff. I mean, you guys need that too. You need that too. Don't try to do stuff alone. Oh, I'm fine. I can do it alone. Well, that's really gotten you good this far, hasn't it? Oh, that's done. How's that working for you? Feeling good about that? Does that feel really good for you? It will get harder before it gets easier. And hard work really is something that feels accomplished. You feel good about what you've committed to and that you've made the effort to work on yourself, to work in yourself, to work in your personal relationship with you. And it is a process, and I know, and it takes consistency. You got to show up. All right. So that's that. October 2020, interesting time. It's kind of a bonus month. It's a month of work. If you choose to experience in that way, you don't have to. You can go through the world with blinders on, and that's fine. I'm not criticizing you for that. I'm just giving you it like it is. I'm just telling you like it is. If you don't now, you're going to have to come to terms with this maybe in January or February or March next year. Probably January. It's not going to be as comfortable. That's a tough word. It might be much more painful to let go at that time. I'm just going to say it. It might be. Use the full moon and the new moon and the moon cycles to help energy clear and shift and move. Divine feminine energy, I find, helps a lot. It's really active during this month, not active external, active internal, really advocating like our spirit. Divine feminine energy, especially for us women, it's really advocating for us right now to take care of us. And that's what we're being called. We're not being called to external action. We're being called to internal action. And then to show up wherever we go, bring yourself, bring your fullness, bring your wholeness. Don't bring half of you. Don't bring the soccer mom self or the life coaching self. Bring the whole of you. I'm practicing that myself. It is not easy. And I'm doing it in October. Gonna join me? Alrighty then. I hope you get inspiration from Fairy Grasshopper channel here. And if you want to do coaching with me, intuitive coaching, reach out. I only have, I think, like 2 openings left though for October. So, but we'll see. Maybe November, December, that kind of a thing. So, but reach out. My services are listed at abovelifechannel.com. abovelifechannel.com. Above Life Channel is my other YouTube channel, but the .com is the website where I have my services. I also have it on my Facebook page, Bridgette Inspired, where it says services. It says services on the left side. Just click that and you'll see what I'm offering for services right now. All right, you guys, make sure you give this video a thumbs up because it's a good one. Even if you don't like what I'm saying, at least I'm saying it true. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss an inspiring your spirit video. Thanks so much for being here.